The Grammys, one of the most prestigious awards in the music industry, often find themselves embroiled in controversy throughout their long history. From allegations of bias and lack of diversity to criticisms of their voting process and selection criteria, the Grammy Awards have faced scrutiny from both artists and fans alike. Hey guys, it's Nim. What's up, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to the Deep Dive series. If you are new here and you do not know what the Deep Dive series is, this is basically where I sit down, I do my makeup, and I dive deep into a certain topic or certain topics. And so, for today's deep dive, we're going to be diving deep into the Grammys controversy. By the way, it's literally dark out. Not dark, actually it's light out. It's just overcast. And also, the rain cut out my power. So yeah, I'm very frustrated. Whoa, I almost started speaking and it wasn't recording. It looks like I have bugs on my teeth. Okay. My patience is like this thin today. It's this thin today. So we'll see if I can make it through this video. The Grammy. The Grammy Awards, that are simply referred to as the Grammys, is an annual awards ceremony that recognizes the outstanding achievements in the music industry. Established by the Recording Academy, the Grammys recognize excellence in various categories like Best New Artist, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Album, Outbreak Artist, and the list just continues. It's a long ceremony in which the awards cover a various amount of categories and genres of music. Pop, rock, hip-hop, country, alternative, classical, basically any genre of music, they will award something to the genre. And I think everyone's favorite part, or maybe it's just mine, is the performances from artists over the previous year who have released songs that they perform, just newer artists that happen to blow up in the music industry over the past award season. The ceremony is supposed to serve as a platform in order to celebrate the cultural impact of music throughout the previous year and to celebrate the artists and the outcomes of what music has done for people and listeners and just the music industry as a whole, and how it creates a sense of home for a lot of artists. Although the Grammys are meant to bring artists together, some might say that it's more a place where tension is created throughout the music industry and a massive amount of competition is built where there's no genuine need for competition. In my personal opinion, and let me just reiterate, in my personal opinion, I feel like music is supposed to be an art, and I don't understand why in this generation and past generations we decided to award some people's art but not other people's art. Everyone's form of self-expression is important. I have never really understood the Grammys. I feel like it's just another way for people to build competition where competition is just not necessary. I will never understand why we put competition in any places, in acting industries, music industries, anything where passion is the drive. I just feel like that's so unnecessary, and it taints the whole entire reason why people decide to then get into the genre and work towards a goal. I would assume your goal would be to share your music. Now the goal is to win a shiny award that's going to collect dust on a shelf. No thanks. I'd rather just have people listen to my music in a pub if what I'm working towards is a shiny award. It's just my take. I feel like a lot of people would disagree on what I'm saying right now. the most notable controversy surrounding the Grammys is the issue of diversity and representation. Critics argue that the awards have historically favored mainstream, more commercial artists rather than people with marginalized communities and actual good music. So instead of awarding the artists with massive amounts of community and a bunch of people waiting to see them walk up on those stairs in the R&B genre or the hip-hop genre, we're more likely to see people getting awards that are in pop and rock genres. And the more cultural side of the music industry gets downplayed once again. And this has led to accusations of the systematic bias of the Recording Academy, which are the people that established the Grammys in the beginning. And in more recent years, the controversy has been brought to the forefront of the public, with prominent artists like Kanye West, Drake, and Frank Ocean coming forward and discussing the controversies surrounding the Grammys, and also openly criticizing the Grammys for their failure to adequately recognize people from more diverse and cultural backgrounds. In response to all these criticisms and celebrities now coming forward to literally file complaints, the Recording Academy has tried to make more efforts to diversify its voting body and change what happens within the voting system, but people feel as though this has been done so slowly and that much more needs to be done in order to diversify what actually happens within those big wall castles, past the moat. I feel like everyone has the same general idea. More needs to be done in order to address the systematic voting party within the Grammys organization, because right now it seems like it's just, I can't see, I'm blind. Although that was not biased. SZA deserved her Grammy. This is supposed to be like serious deep dives, and I'm just like playing games with the camera. Just because a black person announces the award doesn't mean it suddenly becomes more diverse if they announce the award, and oh shocker, a white person walks across the stage. Another major source of controversy is the transparency and integrity surrounding the voting process. Unlike other shows like the Oscars, where voting is conducted by industry professionals, like people who are actually involved in the acting industry, the Grammys voting process is so much more opaque and honestly very much open to manipulation of audience and mainstream rather than underrated artists who deserve recognition. Critics argue that the system allows for more block voting and lobbying campaigns, leading to outcomes that may not accurately reflect what the industry shows. And this voting process therefore hides the quality and the actual impact of the music that's being won, rather than the people that should actually be getting honored for their impact in the music industry and to people who just listen to music in general. In recent years, several more high-profile incidents have caused discourse within the people who watch the Grammys and just music listeners in general. Like how in 2019, when Cardi B won the Grammy for Best Rap Album against more critically acclaimed artists like Kendrick Lamar and Travis Scott. And I personally just believe that I think that Cardi B 100% deserved recognition, but I think invasion of privacy winning over the literal artwork that Kendrick Lamar puts in the forms of music and music videos was definitely one of those things where it's like there was a lot of drama going on, one just about Cardi B, and she had like 2 songs that truly popped off that came from that one album. But don't get me wrong, okay? I love Cardi B, so don't you ever think that I don't, okay? Similarly, and probably the biggest controversy that made me even be like, damn, I wish I watched the Grammys, was when The Weeknd's After Hours was not even considered in 2021 as a nomination. Like, it was completely shocking considering the fact that he put his whole weekendersy into that album, and there was nothing. And despite all this controversy, the Recording Academy has stayed pretty silent on the whole entire situation, not really wanting to address it. But quieter protests have been held surrounding the Grammy. Like how it's weird that despite all her controversies now, Nicki Minaj has not won a single Grammy, but Olivia Rodrigo sits with 3 Grammys and Taylor Swift sits with like 321 Grammys. And do you guys know that Katy Perry has never won a Grammy? In response to these controversies, calls for reform within the Recording Academy have grown louder. Like, I feel like they thought that by allowing a couple more people of color and queer people to win would allow for people to grow silent, but I feel like it's just gotten louder, and people have wanted greater transparency within the voting process, like being allowed to see voting tallies and what the real criteria is for what grants a win or what grants a nomination, and why some people don't win, why some people don't even get nominated, stuff like that. And others have even suggested a change in who all is on the voting committee, which I 100% believe, because what is the criteria for who gets voted on and who gets voted off? Who decides that? Like, who puts people up to vote? Like, the Oscars makes sense. It's people who have literally acted, which makes a lot of sense. People who have acted in Oscar-winning movies. I know that's like, okay, then who gave them the awards? But you know what I mean. And the problem is that the whole entire point of the Grammys is a night for people to celebrate music and how far we have come in the music industry. And I honestly just think that it's very frustrating that there are people that have not even been granted the access to get a Grammy, to be at the Grammys. The only exception I will make for a newer mainstream artist winning a Grammy is Tyler herself, South African born and raised, guys. We got one! Time to get another one. Who wants to go out there and win us another Grammy? Tyler can win us another one, but I want someone else. Someone who's speaking in clicks at the Grammys. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you get notified every time I post a new video. And I'll see you guys all in another video. Bye, besties.